Picture this. Every single day, millions of letters, boxes, and tiny padded envelopes are moving across the country at the same time. Planes in the air, trucks on highways, and carriers walking neighborhood streets. It's so routine, we barely think about it. But behind that normal everyday moment of opening your mailbox is one of the most complex logistic systems ever built. And here's the hook. What if I told you that the system delivering your packages is quietly changing faster than ever before? And one of the biggest players in it might not even exist in the same way a decade from now. This is the story of mail in America. How much of it moves, who controls it, how billions of dollars flow through it, and now how a single package actually travels from a seller to your front door faster than ever before. Let's start with scale, because it's almost hard to wrap your head around. In a single year, the United States Postal Service, better known as USPS, handles roughly 120 to 130 billion pieces of mail. That includes everything from handwritten letters to bills, ads, and small packages. At its peak in the early 2000s, that number was even higher, crossing over 200 billion pieces annually. But as email, online billing, and digital communication took over, traditional letter mail dropped sharply. Packages, though, are a completely different story. E-commerce has exploded, and with it package delivery. In the US alone, billions of packages are shipped every year. The biggest players handling that load are UPS, FedEx, USPS, and increasingly, Amazon. UPS delivers over 5 billion packages annually. FedEx handles a similar scale when you include its express, ground, and freight divisions. Amazon, which started as just an online bookstore in 1994 under Jeff Bezos, now delivers billions of packages itself, many without ever touching UPS or FedEx. Now here's where things get really interesting. How all of this actually moves. When you click Buy Now, your order doesn't just sit on a shelf waiting to be picked up. It triggers a chain reaction across multiple systems instantly. Large companies like Amazon already know where their inventory is, down to the exact shelf in a warehouse. These warehouses, often called fulfillment centers, are strategically placed near major population centers. The moment you place an order, software decides the fastest way to get that item to you. Not the closest warehouse necessarily, the fastest combination of distance, traffic, cost, and available transportation. That decision happens in seconds. Inside these fulfillment centers, automation does a huge portion of the work. Conveyor belts stretch for miles. Robots, like the ones Amazon popularized after acquiring Kiva systems, slide entire shelves across warehouse floors to human workers. Items are picked, scanned, packed, and labeled often within minutes. That label is more important than it looks. It's not just your address, it's a machine-readable code that tells every system along the way exactly where that package needs to go next. Think of it like a constantly updating roadmap. From there, packages are grouped together in what's called line haul. This is where box trucks and trailers come in. A single truck isn't carrying random packages. It's carrying thousands that are all headed toward the same regional sorting hub. For example, if you order something in Arizona, your package might first travel to a regional hub in Phoenix or Las Vegas. These hubs are massive sorting facilities, some the size of multiple football fields, where packages are scanned and sorted again, this time by destination region, city, or even neighborhood. This is where companies really start to differ in how they operate. FedEx built its entire system around a hub-and-spoke model. Nearly everything routes through major central hubs, like its super hub in Memphis. That's why FedEx is so strong in overnight shipping. Packages fly into a central location, get sorted incredibly fast, and then fly back out to their destinations, often within hours. UPS takes a slightly different approach. It relies more heavily on a distributed ground network, optimizing routes and truckloads to move massive volumes efficiently. UPS is famous for its routing algorithms designed to minimize left turns, reduce fuel usage, and maximize delivery speed. USPS operates yet another system, one built around coverage instead of profit. It has processing and distribution centers across the country. And once mail enters the USPS network, it's sorted multiple times, first by region, then by local post office, and finally by delivery route. And here's something most people don't realize: these companies often work together. A package might start in an Amazon warehouse, get handed off to UPS for long-distance transport, and then be delivered by USPS for the final leg. This is called last-mile delivery, and it's one of the hardest and most expensive parts of the entire process. Delivering one package to a remote house costs far more than delivering hundreds to a city block. That's why USPS is so important. It already goes to every address, every day. Now let's talk about speed, because that's where modern logistics really feels almost unbelievable. How does something go from a seller across the country to your door in 2 days, or even overnight? It comes down to 3 things: prediction, proximity, and precision. Prediction means companies are already moving products closer to you before you even order them. Amazon, for example, uses data to anticipate what people in certain areas are likely to buy and pre-positions inventory nearby. Proximity means warehouses are everywhere now. Instead of a few giant centers, there are hundreds of smaller ones spread across the country. And precision is the real magic. Every scan, every transfer, every movement is tracked in real time. If a package misses one truck, the system reroutes it automatically. If weather delays a flight, another path is calculated almost instantly. By the time your package is loaded onto a local delivery truck, the step most people recognize, it has already gone through multiple facilities, possibly crossed state lines, and been sorted several times. That final step, the one you see, is called the last mile. A driver loads up a route in the morning, sometimes hundreds of stops, and follows a route optimized by software down to the minute. That's how something can move through multiple companies across hundreds or thousands of miles and still show up exactly when expected. Now back to the bigger picture. UPS generates over $90 billion in annual revenue. FedEx brings in roughly 80 to 90 billion. Amazon operates at an even larger scale, and USPS brings in around 75 to 80 billion a year, while still maintaining its role as a public service. USPS exists because of a mission that dates back to Benjamin Franklin during the American Revolutionary War: to connect the country, not just profit from it. And despite financial challenges, it's not disappearing anytime soon. What's happening instead is a shift. USPS is adapting to packages, private companies are expanding their reach, and Amazon continues to build its own logistics empire. So when you step back and look at it, the modern mail system isn't just about sending things. It's about orchestrating movement on a national scale with near-perfect timing. And the next time a package shows up on your doorstep, it's worth thinking about what just happened behind the scenes. That box didn't just travel. It was predicted, routed, scanned, sorted, transferred, and delivered through a system so efficient it almost feels invisible. And somehow, it all works millions of times a day.